Okay, everyone. Hey, Ms.Beaver here. So I'm going to try to make this story as condensed as I can, but it's a very long story. It is my cell phone nightmare that has lasted for 2 weeks, and I hope you guys listen up and learn a lesson because, boy, I have learned a lot of lessons in the last 2 weeks. Okay. So stay with me. So, I had an iPhone 12. And a month ago, I went from my carrier of Verizon to Xfinity because I was paying a lot more at Verizon than I was going to be at Xfinity. So they transported my number from Verizon to Xfinity on my iPhone 12. So a couple weeks went by and everything was great. And I knew that my phone was acting up a little bit. It was, I didn't know if maybe the battery was getting low, but it was getting hot while I was charging it. Actually, I couldn't charge it anymore by this because I got a piece of wood stuck in it. So I had bought a flat charger, which are not good for your phones that you place on. It gets very hot and does a lot of damage, so I don't recommend those. So anyways, I was sitting there and there was an upgrade. And so usually I don't do any software upgrades on my phone. I hate doing them. It changes everything. Excuse me. But I was like, well, I haven't done it in a long time, so I did an upgrade. Okay. So 2 days after I did the upgrade, my screen turned pink, and then it was a Sunday, the 18th of January. All of a sudden I went to grab my phone and my phone was completely dead. I mean dead. You couldn't put it on, it was dead. So John and I went to T-Mobile because that's where his cell phone is from and it's a carrier. And I had totally forgot that I was on Xfinity now. When your phone goes down and all your pictures, your videos, your contacts, you think you might have lost things, you kind of go into a panic mode. So we went to T-Mobile and they put my phone on charger and said, yeah, your phone's dead. And I was like, yes, I know. Can you help me? No, we can't help you. It's probably your battery. But if you go to Batteries Plus, they should be able to change the battery and and then you can get a new phone once they bring it up. Okay, great. So I called the Batteries Plus that's by us, and they said that they could help me, but all I needed to do was get the number off my phone and find my iPhone. And I said, well, I can't do that because my phone's dead. And they're like, well, we can't help you. But if you go to this Batteries Plus, they can do a third-party battery and help you. But it was probably a 40-minute drive, so instead of doing that, we did some research, and in our local Walmart is a place called iFix and Repair. Don't ever do this. Please learn from me. Always go to your carrier. Always go to a reputable place. So Sunday, and this place doesn't open right away. You have to call their cell phone and they'll tell you when they're going to be there. Usually it's sometime after 1 o'clock. So this is in the morning and we are waiting in Walmart for this guy to come and open it up. Okay, so he says, oh, I can help you. Give me a couple hours. Okay, so John and I went out for breakfast, came back. My phone was up. He brought my phone up, changed the battery, changed the plug in it, did something else in it, and it cost me $340. I was like, okay, great, perfect, all my stuff is there. And I said, I should probably go get a new phone, but we thought, well, now that he fixed all the components, maybe we're good to go, so I didn't go get a cell phone. Sunday night, I plugged my phone into charge. 1 o'clock in the morning, I grabbed my phone to make sure I set my alarm. My phone was dead again. So I go back to the place. He brings my phone up again, shows me that the battery life is great, and he's not sure why my phone shut off again, but maybe it had to do something with the software upgrade. Again, in my gut, I thought, oh, I should go get a new phone, but I didn't listen to my gut. So Tuesday and Wednesday, my phone was totally fine, working great, we're up and going, I'm so excited. Thursday morning, my phone shuts off again. And my anxiety level by this time was just super high. It was unbelievable. Go back to the place, and I asked the guy, can you please just bring my phone up one more time, and then I'm gonna just go get a new phone. And to me, he acted a little funny about that. He said, give me 15, 20 minutes. I said, okay. When I came back, he said, I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with your phone. I can't bring it up. I think your phone's dead. And I'm like, well, how can that be if you just changed my battery? And it said, I just wasn't getting it. And he finally just said, here's your phone, we're done. Okay. So at this point, I didn't know what to do. So John and I went into the back of Walmart where they sell phones. And there's another little component there with a couple gentlemen who are part of trying to get you the best deals through different carriers. So we got reeled in really good. So my iPhone 12 is done. So they say, hang on, let me grab. They say, we can get you an iPhone 16e for free through Verizon. So you can get a new phone, John can get a new phone, we can get you 4 lines for $100. And we're like, well, we don't really need 4 lines, but why wouldn't you do that? Because if you get 2 lines, it's 80. Why wouldn't you get 4 and only at 100? You might have future employees and stuff like that. And, you're just in such a panic mode that you just want your phone to work. You just want your stuff back, your life back. So we said, okay. So John got a Galaxy A16 and I got an iPhone 16e, and we got 2 other lines. And okay, we're gonna get all hooked up. We're gonna get a good deal. We're gonna go from Xfinity to Verizon. John's gonna go from T-Mobile to Verizon. All is gonna be great, right? No. 6 hours we spent Friday, for them trying to transport phone numbers, working with third-party people on the phone. It was a nightmare. Don't ever, 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 ever go to Walmart for any of your phone issues, please. I encourage you, just go to the top dogs, go to your carrier, go to somebody reputable. 6 hours goes by and they got to transport John's number, but mine, for whatever reason, is out in outer space and they won't transport it. So for 2.5 hours, they're on the phone working with Xfinity to try to get a transport number. They won't give it to them. So at 5 o'clock, after we had already been standing there 6 hours, they said, you have to go to Xfinity to get a transport number. Perfect. Okay. So we do that. We drive now to Xfinity. That literally took 5 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Here you go. Okay, great. Okay. So we set up another appointment then for Saturday to, give them the transport number and stuff like that. At this point, both John and I had had enough. It was too much to bear anymore. So we walk in for our appointment and the guy says, well, I'm waiting for my other worker to come here. I'd like him to finish this up. Can you guys make another appointment or wait around? And we're like, no, you got a half hour. Do your job. So he got on with Verizon and said, okay, Ginny, your number from your old phone will go on your new phone. Should be on there by 8:07 at night. This is at 11:30 in the morning. A transport of number doesn't take that long. And he said, so It should be on there by 8:07. If it's not, here's an 800 number and they'll manually do it. And I'm thinking, well, why can't they just manually do it now then? Like, none of this makes sense to me. Okay, so that all happens. My phone doesn't get transferred again. Now we are on Sunday morning. Another Sunday morning, a week later. We go to Xfinity, we're done with Walmart, we're done with these phones, we go to Xfinity. However, we still need transport numbers. Oh, John and I decided that we're just gonna go group into Xfinity and be done with Verizon, T-Mobile, all that. However, you still need your account number and transport number to transport your phone from one carrier to another. So we had to leave Xfinity, go to Verizon, that was no help. Go to T-Mobile, that was no help. It was a nightmare. Only to go back to Walmart again, where we're like, I need my phone. This is like crazy. I can't contact anybody. No one can contact me. I have two businesses, families, a father who's not feeling well. So I need a phone that's up and running. Okay, so finally the guy gets another number and says, okay, it should be up by this evening. So it does finally transport from my old phone to the new phone that I got at Walmart. However, I had purchased a third phone, which is what I'm videotaping on now, from Xfinity, because they gave me a temporary line so I can at least communicate with my clients and my family. So now this phone number is on my Walmart phone number. So then we go back to our shop and I have my old phone that's broke, that doesn't come on, my Walmart phone that my phone number is finally transported on, and my Xfinity phone. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out the new phone, when all of a sudden I hear all these noises, like text messages coming through, Facebook notifications, all these things. And I'm like, oh, I wonder. So I look at my Walmart phone and there's nothing there. I look at the Xfinity phone that they gave me, actually that I bought, and there's nothing there. Can you believe it? My old iPhone 12 that they tried to fix 3 or 4 times, that finally said it's broke, it's done, sell it for parts or stuff, automatically came on. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is crazy. How is this on all of a sudden? So for 2 hours, I took all my passcodes, all my contacts, and I wrote them down on a piece of paper. This lesson has taught me, I'm going old school. I'm writing everything down. I'm just kind of done with, depending on computers or cell phones to do what I should be doing, which is writing things down and memorizing things. So now I got my old phone that was up, my Walmart phone that my number's on, and my Xfinity phone, and I don't need all of them. So now we need to transport the number again from the Walmart phone on Verizon back to Xfinity on the phone I got from them. So once again, we had to make an appointment with Xfinity, and I highly recommend Xfinity. They are amazing. Every single worker there was so super helpful. The manager, everybody was great, and talk about knowledgeable. They knew exactly what they're doing. So they get the transport number from Verizon to transport my number back to Xfinity. But it took 2 days for them to transport my number from the Walmart phone over to the Xfinity phone, because It's a commercial account and not residential. But, oh, and my iPhone 12 that went up, mysteriously went up, is back down again. So that's no good to me. I've wiped my Walmart phone out. I'm gonna take that back. And my phone that I'm making this video on now finally has all of my contacts on it, all my pictures, everything is as it should be. So the lesson learned is don't ever, 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 ever go to iFix and repair in Walmart. It is a ripoff. I don't know what they did to my phone. It is so weird. I am still completely panicked in my mind thinking that they took my information. It's such a horrible feeling inside. So don't ever go to that place in Walmart. Now I have to say, the kid in the Walmart that we dealt with, he was 18 years old. It was his first day when this whole thing went down. He was actually amazing and a very smart kid, and I wish the very best for him. His manager, who was trying to train him, was actually quite full of himself and awful, and I would never recommend this gentleman at all. In fact, I believe that he is no longer there at that facility. Always go to your carrier, always go to the top dog. Don't ever scoot around corners trying to save money. This has costed John and I so much money because we haven't been able to do our jobs, which brings in money, because we have spent 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks on this. And it has cost us so much time that we'll never get back. And it's cost us so much anxiety, so much sleep lost. But the one thing I can say is, boy, if you can get through a situation like this together and still be talking, it's just a super frustrating position to be in. So anyways, that's where I have been. I am now getting ready to start making videos again. I'm excited to say that our new splitter will be coming, I think, in March. So I can't wait for that. The cold snap has left us not being able to do too much outside, but next week is going to be warm, so I'm going to be back out there making videos. I'm going to start chainsawing. I'll make more videos about our wood boiler. So I am back up and running. I've missed you guys, and thanks for listening. Talk to you guys later.